The zombie apocalypse had erupted, and Mark followed the online instructions to fortify his entire yard inside and out. He even installed surveillance equipment at the entrance. That night a squad of soldiers came to the neighborhood, knocking on every door and organizing residents to go to a designated location for quarantine. Mark lay motionless on the floor, letting the soldiers knock incessantly until they grew tired and moved on to the next house. 2 weeks passed in the blink of an eye. Mark barely survived on solar power, but his food supplies had run out. He had no choice but to venture out in search of resources. As a seasoned scuba diving enthusiast, his gear came in handy once again. He put on his wetsuit and reinforced his limbs, giving him the ability to defend himself even if he encountered the infected. However, after searching several nearby neighbors' houses, Mark still couldn't find any supplies. It wasn't until he entered an open room that he encountered an elderly woman with paralyzed legs. The woman's daughter had married far away and no one had taken care of her during the previous relocation. Mark felt great sympathy for the old lady's plight, but he had no extra food to share with her. The old lady just smiled and said that she knew the situation here like the back of her hand. Under her guidance, Mark reaped a bountiful harvest and even found a motorcycle, enabling him to collect supplies from farther away. The two relied on each other and life gradually returned to normal. Mark felt that having someone to accompany him was nice, and he hoped to wait like this until the day the virus ended. However, one night the old lady asked Mark to turn on the radio. An intermittent female voice came through claiming that the government-established quarantine zones had completely lost control. If there were any surviving residents, they could gather at the Rosa River port, where people would take everyone to the Galapagos Islands by boat.